finally want to end off with a story that Gwede Mantashe told. I didn't tell it. Gwede Mantashe is the Secretary General of the ANC. And he was in the Eastern Cape. And he was speaking to a big audience. And he was saying, there are people who are trying to separate the ANC from Jacob Zuma. But then he said, the ANC is like a snake. He said that. He said the ANC is like a snake. And he said if you want to kill a snake, what do? You stamp on its head. He said that's what people are trying to do to the ANC snake. They are trying to cut off its head, which is Jacob Zuma. So we have to protect the head of the snake to protect the whole of the snake. We have to protect the head of the snake to protect the whole of the snake. And I said, Uteta Nyani, the ANC is like a snake. The ANC is like a snake. But I didn't say it, he said it. And he knows that the snake is a symbol of Satan. We must look at the symbolism in the Bible and look very closely at what Mantashe said about the ANC being like a snake. But you all know that game, Snakes and Ladders. You know that game, Snakes and Ladders? When you play it, you can land on a ladder or kanye a snake. And where do we all want to land? Where do we want to come? A ladder! We want to land on a ladder in the game Snakes and Ladders. Do you all know that game? Yes. Do you all know that game? Yes. No? Yes. Oh yes. It's a game where you throw a dice and then you have to move and then you have to either go up a ladder or down a snake. Now the good thing is that when you vote you don't have to throw a dice. You can make a choice on a blue head. And in this election on the 7th of May, you can choose, are you going to land on a snake or are you going to land on a ladder? If you vote DA, you are landing on a ladder. And if you vote ANC, Gwede Mantashe himself said, you are landing on a snake. The choice is yours. Viva de viva! Viva de viva!